Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Another day, another drama, right? All right. All right. So it's Friday afternoon and I am feeling, I can't even describe it. It is one of those weeks where I keep wondering why this week hasn't ended yet and why we don't have an answer. I know that it's been on everyone's mind. What is going to be the next president? Who's going to be the next president? What? I mean, who's going to be the next president, right? Well, we haven't figured that out, but there's a few things that I was thinking about, and I wanted to talk about them with you. So one thing that we do a lot on this channel is we talk about reality television. We also talk about celebrities, and we talk about trending topics and things that are going on in the world. And I started thinking about how we also talk about things that involve women, children, and all of those different things. I know a lot of you guys are moms, and I was actually just thinking about something because I saw this pop up in my news feed and I was like, oh, this is actually sort of an interesting topic. Maybe we could actually have a conversation about this. And I was like, let's go there. It's going to be something I think we maybe all need to hear, maybe. And something that even I have been guilty of. So before we get there and before I get started, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And also do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up. Also do me a favor, subscribe down here if you have not yet subscribed, and make sure that you turn those notifications on so you know when I go live. Okay, there's been a lot that's happened this week and people are waiting, and people are anxious and people are feeling on edge and everyone wants to know what's going on in the world. And somehow in the middle of that, we've been trying to distract ourselves, doing a number of different things to keep busy until we finally know what's going on, right? And in this moment of unrest and uneasiness, there's been a lot of what I've noticed online, back and forth, and people getting a little bit more maybe aggressive than they normally would. And, you know, sometimes you have people that just get fed up and they've had enough and they have to clap back. And then I saw this by Hailey Bieber. Now, Hailey Bieber, who is married to Justin Bieber, she's Hailey Baldwin. Her father is one of the Baldwin brothers. She and Justin have been married for, I don't even know, a couple years now. And they got married very young. So, you know, the two of them met when she was still a teenager. I think they met by going to actually like a Justin Bieber concert because she was like a super fan, sort of, kind of, not really. And he was dating Selena Gomez. And there was all this stuff going back and forth between like Selena, and then he went with Hailey, and then he went back to Selena, and then he got back with Hailey, and then he suddenly like married her, and it was very fast and very abrupt. And a lot of people were thinking this is only going to last like 2 minutes. Now, they've exceeded my expectations. I really was one of those people that was like, whoa, this is going to be like a Britney Spears. Remember when she got married and it was like 37 days or something, like, or 24 hours, or like a Kim Kardashian 72-day kind of thing. But they've been together, I think, married a couple years now. So obviously with that, a lot of people now are starting to wonder, like, well, when are you going to get married? And when are you going to have the baby, right? That's because, like, that's how it works in life. You have to go from you're dating to when are you going to get engaged to when are you going to get married to when are you going to have a kid? And then there's this sort of obsessiveness within the media where we start to analyze, does someone look like they might be having a baby? Now, this is something I've actually been guilty of. I've done a couple videos on this, and I just have to say thank you guys for just like putting me in my place and being like, Katie, that's not okay. Don't speculate on that. Because I was like, you know what? There was a video we did about Anna Duggar because someone said that she appeared to be. And then people are always constantly speculating about Jessa. They think that she's going to have another baby soon. And I understand the intrigue, right? Because the Duggars are always seemingly having kids, right? They are known for having a lot of children. So it's almost like this natural, like, who's going to be next kind of thing, right? But we also know they're open about it. So they don't hide this when they become pregnant. It's as soon as they can tell us, they tell us. And I've always been of this sort of opinion that it's the person who it's their right to choose. Now, I did a video about Jill Dillard at one point, and I think Anna at another point, and then enough people were like, you know what, this feels weird. And I was like, you know what, it does feel weird. And I noticed that it's so prevalent in the media where people are constantly doing baby posts. Like, is she or isn't she? What is happening? What's not happening? Well, apparently this is happening now to Hailey Bieber now. And she said, since you guys were about to break a story about me, I'm not pregnant, so please stop writing false stories from your sources and focus on what's important, aka the election. So somehow, whether it was someone that's connected to them or not, told them maybe sort of that she might be pregnant. Or maybe they're looking at photos. I don't really know. She's not very clear about what it is that they're going to say, but she's denying it. Now, I think it's interesting because we don't see a lot of clapbacks like this. You'll see some people get kind of silly, like, oh no, it's just Cheetos, or no, it's just more muffins, or no, that's nothing. It's just nothing. It's this, it's that. And, maybe we need to take a step back and even start to realize that it's really not our place to decide or to even speculate what's going on with somebody else's body. So one thing that I try not to do on this channel is to focus too much on what people look like, or things like that. I don't try repeatedly to go after people's appearances you know what I mean? I don't want to do that kind of thing. I also have prided myself on not trying to do things about certain speculations. For a long time, I didn't ever want to do a pregnancy speculation, and then I did one and I didn't really like how it felt, and then I didn't do it again. And in this case, I'm starting to think, do we have to have sort of this wake-up call, not only to Us Weekly, but to the wider media, where it's not even just about my body, my choice. It's their choice to tell people when it is they're expecting. Can you imagine that even if she were, and I'm not saying that she is, but say she were pregnant. Now, this also happened to Kaylin Lowry from Teen Mom. If you remember, Chris's aunt leaked an ultrasound of Kaylin. And so everyone on the internet found out about Kaylin's pregnancy before Kaylin had an opportunity to say something. So the photos leaked, I think, on an Instagram page, and everyone starts covering it. I did the video as well. And then so you start to go, okay, is this true? Is it not true? And this was one of those moments for me where it was wait a minute, this is her story to tell, right? And so since then, and since when the video about Jill, I haven't really broached the subject, even though I still get messages from all of you about wanting to know what's going on with Jessa, right? I don't care. She'll tell us when it's ready, right? So do we need to start to think more from a perspective of let the person who's going through it tell you when they want you to know? Really? Do you think that's a bad thing? That a woman who's about to have a child, maybe she give you the right and she give you that choice, or not even give you that right, but she be the one to decide when you get to know. And speculating because someone's gained weight, really, what does that do? It only makes women feel more self-conscious, more insecure, more conscious that you're staring at me and analyzing if I've gained a few pounds. And that doesn't feel good either. I've prided myself on being a channel that doesn't shame and tries to appreciate all women of all sizes, shapes, colors, every single thing. And so when we start talking about whether or not someone's pregnant because their belly looks a little bit thicker, what are we really saying about that woman? And how do you really be supportive of women if you are putting out those narratives on your channel, right? So I want to say thank you, Hailey, for showing me this today, because this was something I needed to hear. I needed to hear that we shouldn't be having these conversations. I needed to remind myself that, you know what, it's not anyone's place but the woman who is having the baby to make the decision to announce it when she's ready, right? So what do you think about this? What do you think about this media need to out women who might be pregnant, or to speculate because a woman has maybe gained a few pounds that she might be pregnant? If you were on the receiving end of that and you weren't pregnant, how would you feel? If you were pregnant and your secret got out before you got to be able to tell people, how would you feel? Is it healthy for us as consumers to be so invested in finding out that we just can't wait to get the news directly from the source? What are your thoughts on this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.